Okay, so I'm going to post this on YouTube and I'm going to post it on Facebook. Now, let me preface everything that I'm about to say in saying that if I offend anybody, it is totally not intentional. This is just me getting something off my chest that I feel like I need to talk to some people about. Now, I don't say much about the transgender bathroom stuff because number one, I ain't transgender. Number two, I don't have children. Number three, I don't care who takes a crap beside me. I really don't. When I go into the bathroom, I go to use the bathroom and then I go on about my merry way. I'm not concerned. I'm not. I was just watching The View on Hulu, and I guess this episode came on yesterday. And during this episode, Raven-Symone and Clay Aiken came here to North Carolina, and they talked to some people in a diner about how they felt about the bathroom bill, because of course you all know this thing is really hitting us in NC hard. And you know, they had both sides, and people gave their views. They had some transgender people who spoke as well. Later on in the show, they brought on a woman named Maya Smith Dillard, I think was her name, and they really didn't get to the point whatever they were trying to talk to her about, they ain't never make it there. Needless to say, this is what happened to Maya. Because she got fired or somewhere, she got pushed out, whatever. Not important what I'm talking about. She was in the bathroom with her two daughters, 9 and 11 years old, and 3 transgendered men walked into the bathroom. They had deep voices, so it was obvious that these were biologically born men. They were people who were biologically born as a man, and her daughters had questions about it. Raven-Symone made the statement, why didn't you talk to your children about this? Now listen here. I don't have kids. I teach them, but I don't have any yet. So, maybe I'll feel differently when I have them. But let me say this, as a future parent. No one in this world has the right to tell anyone, how to parent their own children. Period. One of the biggest issues we have in this world is the fact that we all can't mind our business and stay in our own house. That's a struggle. We want to control what everybody else is doing. Now, I get it. Some of us, and y'all say us, some of us, all of us, some of us support the bathroom bill. Some of us do not want transgender people to go into the bathroom that we go into. Some of us don't want it. Some of us want it to happen. Some of us want transgender people to be comfortable. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. We're all entitled to feel how we want to feel. Because, I really believe that it's possible to coexist in this world and have different beliefs and have different theories and have different ideas and thoughts on how we think we're supposed to get from point A to point B. It is possible for all of us to be here together. But what does not work for me is when one group tries to tell another group that they're wrong for the way that they feel. That is what does not work for me. Now, I can speak like this because I'm not a hypocrite. Everything I'm saying, I haven't done. Now, the LGBT community is very quick to tell everyone, you're wrong for feeling the way that you feel. You're wrong for feeling like what we do is wrong. You're wrong for feeling like this, and this. It's so easy for y'all to tell us, it's okay, rather, for y'all to tell us, and I'm still just use us to be inclusive. It's okay for y'all to tell us that we're wrong for the way that we feel. But we can't tell y'all that you're wrong for the way that you feel. How is that possible? Someone please explain to me how that community just has the direct connection to God to know that the people who don't believe the way that they do, the people who don't see the world the way that they do, the people who don't feel the way that they do are the ones who are wrong. I'm not here to tell anybody who's right or wrong because I ain't God. We all gonna have to face judgment at some point or another, and we all gonna have to answer for the things that we've done. So I can't necessarily tell gay people that they're wrong for being gay. I can't tell them that. But I know that when you put a plug into a socket, it gives you electricity. That kind of stuff makes sense to me. Some stuff doesn't. I can't put 2 plugs together and get electricity. Things like that, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the alphabet, in order. Some things just make sense to me. Something else that a personal belief of mine is that I do believe that God doesn't make any mistakes. I do believe that he puts you where you need to be because you're there for a reason and you're there for a specific purpose. That's what I believe. Now, if that purpose was to change your gender, maybe. I don't know. We don't have a manual for this thing called life. But I don't believe that God makes any mistakes. And I do believe that when you say that you were born in the wrong body, you're saying that God made a mistake on you. That's what I believe personally. I will never, even if I had children, I would not allow anyone to tell me that I need to tell my children at 5, 6, or 7 years old about that there are people in this world who feel like they were born in the wrong body, so they choose to dress like the opposite sex, and they might be in the bathroom with us. That's just like saying that I need to start having a conversation with my children about sex at 5. I get it. The transgender issue, the transgender lifestyle is not directly connected to sex and sexual activity. I understand that, so nobody needs to get in my comments and tell me that. I know that they are not connected. But to tell me that I should be able to introduce my children to this concept, well, why not just introduce them to all kinds of concepts that are in the world? Let me just introduce them to everything that could possibly take away their innocence as a child. Let me make them think like an adult at 5 years old to make you comfortable. It doesn't make sense to me, y'all. It does not make sense to me. And you can get in my comments and you can educate me because I'm ignorant. Oh, y'all know I'm as ignorant as they come sometimes. So I'm really ignorant when it comes to this. Please get into the comments and let me know why it's okay for y'all to tell other people how they should parent their own children. I mean, I really wanted Raven-Symone to get it together, but I just, You can't tell other people how to parent their own children. I'm not a parent. So I don't know the right and the wrong way to do it. But I do know that if I did have them, I wouldn't allow anybody else to tell me what I'm supposed to be telling them. Maybe I don't want to introduce them to certain concepts. And you have to be okay with that. Why is it that a child who doesn't even know who they are can't be concerned, can't be scared when a man walks into the women's restroom? Why is that bad? It's like you're penalizing children for having what I would consider normal thoughts. I'm getting a little worked up. My throat's getting dry. Y'all, that bothered me. The fact that she told that lady, I don't really know the lady. I ain't got a personal relationship with her. But it bothered me that she was like, why haven't you had that conversation with your children? Why has no one had the Don't do that, Travis. That ain't kind. I'm not going to let the devil use me today. That statement really bothered me. Why haven't you had that conversation with your children? There are a lot of conversations we need to be having with our children, but we don't. I mean, if we want to be honest, I feel like there are conversations that are way more important than transgender issues that we should be having with our children, but we don't. But that's neither here nor there for this video. Y'all tell me what y'all think as far as having the conversation with your children. Is it something that you want to have? Is it a conversation that you want to have? At what age would you have it? Why or why not would you have it? How do you go about it? How have you gone about it? Inform me. Like I said, I'm not here to, I'm definitely not here to judge anybody, but I'm not here to offend anybody. All I can do is tell you how I think and how I feel about topics in this world and what makes sense to me. What makes sense to me does not make sense to everybody. That's just how it is. That's life. We're all different and we all trying to get through this thing. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to tell somebody else that they're wrong for the way that they want to do it. I can't tell a transgender person that they're wrong. All I can tell you is that I hear that you're saying God was wrong. That's what I can tell you I hear. But I can't tell you you're wrong for saying that. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Like I said, we all going to have a judgment day. It is what it is. I think I've said enough. Y'all tell me what y'all think.